How's it going?
Good.
Looks like you're stitching away, huh?
Yep, stitching some floor stripping in.
So this is the floor stripping you just put in. So that'll allow us something to attach the floor to, besides just screwing into our tubes or drilling in or anything into the tubing itself. And then he's already gone kind of over all the welds, and he's been finished welding all that stuff as well. So next time the chassis goes in, it'll be painted and set up. Good job, Sean.
Thank you.
You're crushing it. Today, Sean and I are going to show you guys how to measure for a custom clutch. So if you guys are adapting something, you guys will know what to measure for, and you can send that information off and get yourself the clutch you need to do. It's the same thing I did for the Subaru, and now we're doing it for SHO'NUFF. So here we go, let's do it. Alright, so Sean and I are here. We've got our notepad. We've got a straight edge, and we have a ruler and tape measure and a micrometer. So with those tools, we'll be able to measure out the distance and get things where they're supposed to be. So you can see we've got, right now, we have the adapter plate on the engine. We have the mid plate, that's the mount. And we bolted all this up because we're gonna need to measure the distance from the back of the crank to the face of this. And then we'll do the exact same thing on the transmission. So, taking the straight edge, I'm gonna hold this across here.
To our mounting surfaces.
To our mounting surfaces, yep.
We're gonna measure the distance from the straight edge to the face plate of the crankshaft, where the flywheel bolts up. And we have 11/16, which is also 0.6875 inches.
What he was just looking at is our drill bit guide. So we use the drill bit guide as a converter. Simple enough. I'll give you a shot of that so you guys can tell what that is. It's a quick little like converter, I guess. And then he's just entering all the information on our notepad. This will give us all the measurements for the custom flywheel, and obviously now we'll do the training, and that'll say where the clutch needs to sit and the bearing itself. So we'll be running a hydraulic bearing in here, and the bleeders will come out the side. All right, we're gonna get the straight edge back on here. All right.
All right, so there's several places we need to measure inside the bell housing. We need to get them the distance from the mounting face inside the bell housing to the outside of the bell housing. We need to get this step measurement to the face of the bell housing measurement. We need to get the tube length, the spline length, and then how much the pinion starts and then ends past, so they can get us all the right measurements for pilots and everything like that, and have it all spaced properly on the flywheel, and so it all jives nice and works flawless.
That's right. All right.
So go ahead and get that face measurement, and we have 5 and 21/32.
And can you explain how you got 21/32 so that everybody knows?
All right, well, I can see that I'm in between a 16th here. So if you add 16 and 16 together, you get 30 seconds. So then I got 4 30-seconds per 1/8 inch. 4 times 5, because that's 5/8, equals 20. Plus one more gives me 21 30-seconds.
Cool.
Then we'll measure to the step, and that's where your hydraulic throwout bearing surface will mount, so they need that measurement so they know where the base of it is. And then a tube length here so they can calculate how much throw they need with the clutch and what size bearing they can stuff in there. And that measurement is 5 1/8, also 5.125 of an inch. Next, we'll measure to the start of our splines, end of that tube, and we got 2 7/8, which is like 2.875 inches. Now we'll measure from there to that, and we have 7/16 of an inch. And then get from the front face to the tip of the pilot is 5/8. We'll write all these measurements down for them and send them off. We're also going to get a couple things. We need spline count and outside diameter of the throw out bearing slide tube, and then pilot bearing diameter.
And we counted these splines earlier. If you look close, let's see if let the camera zoom here. If it'll clear up or not. But anyway, what we did was each one we put a black dot and we counted all the way around. So we already determined this was a 26 spline, which gets us the clutch we need, which is standard Chevy. So
yep, Chevy 26 spline.
Chevy 26 spline. That's what.
But it's all aftermarket bell housing, so our clutch manufacturer needs all these good measurements.
Yep.
To build us what we need.
Quick time bell housing. Yes, sir. Awesome. Yeah. So here's our notepad measurements. We just kind of drew it up and got it all figured out. So that's it. That's what we'll basically send off to Clutchmasters. We'll hope that helps you guys kind of figure out what you would do if you were doing some kind of custom adapter at home, whether you're putting a Honda motor on a Subaru tranny or a Honda motor on
GM tranny.
Yeah, GM or Ford or even a, you know, Chevy engine to a Honda tranny. Whatever you want to do. It's all cool to me, so right on.
It's a pretty morning here at PFI. Oh, hey Shane, what you got there?
It looks like a Clutchmasters box.
Clutchmasters box. Ooh. I wonder if this is what we're waiting for.
Yeah, come on, Leroy.
Oh snap, SHO'NUFF.
There it all is.
That looks like a badass clutch right there.
SHO'NUFF.
Yeah. Sweet.